be where your feet are. Before we dive into today's video, I'm going to show you my outfit. I got this super cool neon green turtleneck, got my leggings, and then I got my snow boots because it's snowing, and that's what we got going on. And I got my pinky ring. Videos at this point, talking about mindset, talking about awesome stuff that's going to change your life, that can really help you grow as a person and get to where you want to go in life. So today's video, Jeopardy girl, be where your feet are. Okay, be where your feet are. Be where you are currently. Okay, so if you're in a place right now where you don't necessarily want to be there, just be there. Mentally be present in where you are. Where you are, you can get further into your life. I've learned that when you're present, people will appreciate you more, and you're interacting with them. You are present with them. Okay, more people are starting to not do this. Usually, when somebody's talking to somebody, they're looking at them, but then they look at their phone, and they look at them, and then they look at their phone, and then they look at them, and then they look at what the car that's driving by. So many people aren't having the skill anymore of just being present with you. Okay, so next time you have a conversation, next time you're having an interaction with somebody or a presentation or what have you, just be present with where you are. Of course, you have some hiccups. Maybe things might happen, things might occur, what have you. But at the end of the day, are you present with them? Are you listening? Are you actively listening? Okay. If somebody walks by, are you listening to them, or are you paying attention to the person that's walking by? Right? Be present and be where your feet are. It's very important. Absence makes the heart, and my 30-inch biceps, make the heart grow fonder. Okay. When you're not present and when you're absent, you are essentially giving space, giving room for you to appreciate what you have. Okay. When you are hanging out with your family and you realize they're going to go on a trip, when they're gone, you'll realize and appreciate the things that they do for you. All right. So absence makes the heart grow fonder. Very important to understand, to help you and help you acknowledge and appreciate what you have. So put your phone away. Okay, put your phone away, be present, be where your feet are. If you're on a date with a girl or with a guy, don't take your phone out. Don't take your phone, even if you're trying to show them a funny meme, you're trying to be funny, whatever. Just don't do it. Okay, you're there to be with this person. You're there to spend time with this person, not with your phone. Okay, and if you can't have a conversation and hold a conversation with somebody without taking out your phone, that will reveal a problem to you. You don't want to always have to rely on your cell phone to have conversations. Okay, you should be able to have intellectual conversations, good conversations, okay, fun conversations without taking out your cell phone. And if you are noticing that you're taking out your cell phone, or you notice somebody else doing that to have a conversation, that's showing you that they're not able to have good communicate. They don't have good communication skills, or they're not able to sustain a decent conversation. Okay. Now, of course, this is my personal opinion. It's not the best way. I think we can have conversations through using our brains and not always turning to technology. So that's what I believe. But of course, people are going to always think differently on that one. And my next one is pay me. So I wrote on my notes, if it doesn't pay you, it's a waste of money. All right. If it doesn't pay you, it's a waste of money. You're talking to somebody, you're interacting with people, you have a friend or a girlfriend or whatever, and they are not paying you peace of mind. They're not bringing you happiness. They're actually costing you more than what you're giving. Okay. I say get rid of it. Okay. It's like a crab. You have crabs in a bucket. Okay. They're all going to try to bring each crab down that's trying to escape the bucket. Depending on who you're around, there are going to be people like that in this life that are going to try to bring you down because they would see you're trying to escape the bucket. Okay. So if they're not paying you, whether that means maybe it's your job, maybe they're not paying you enough for the work, maybe you are with a guy or a girl, in a relationship, and they're not paying you, they're actually costing you your peace of mind. Okay, get out, because your energy and your smile, your enthusiasm is worth something. It costs something. Okay, there is a monetary value to being kind, to being present, to being nice, what have you. Okay, and don't take that for granted. You shouldn't just be giving it out to anybody and their mother. Okay. If they're not appreciating it, get out. In other words, if they're not paying you, get out. Okay. And now payment doesn't always have to mean monetary value. Payment can mean 30-inch biceps. It can mean kindness. It can mean peace of mind. Okay. It's very important. I learned that earlier last year, that if somebody's not paying you, they're costing me my peace of mind, you have to get out. Okay. Because peace of mind is priceless. Next one is do it versus quitting. All right, do it versus quitting. So if you're going to go do it, let's go ahead and pump some. Let's go ahead and pump my biceps. Here we go. All right, so if I'm going to pump my 30-inch biceps, all right, I'm doing it right now, right? I may not be at a literal physical gym, but I'm here in my little, studio, and I'm pumping my 30-inch biceps. I'm doing it, folks. I'm doing it. I'm pumping my 30-inch biceps, and I'm one step closer to winning the Olympia and being the best female bodybuilder in the history of history. You understand? All right, see, I'm doing it. Now, if I say, you know what, I quit, I'm done with my 30-inch biceps, I'm going to put these down and never do bicep curls ever again. Why? Because I decided to quit. Now, what's going to happen when I do that? I put my dumbbells down, or I should say smart dumbbell, or I should say smart bells, because they're not dumbbells, they're smart. Them down, and what happens? I will never have 30-inch biceps. In fact, my 30-inch biceps will deflate to 15-inch biceps, and I'm not going to be so happy. So that's the thing. Don't quit. Just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. You want to ask that guy out. You want to ask that girl out. You want to do this competition. Go and do it. Because if you don't do anything, if you don't make a step every day to get you closer to where you want to go, you'll never get there. Okay. So you might as well just do something. Just do something. If you want to get in shape, start by walking every day. Don't go to the gym. Just walk every day. Go outside, go for a walk for 20 minutes, 3 days a week. If you want to make a career change, you want to become a doctor, you want to become a software engineer, you want to become a dentist, okay? Take the necessary steps right now. Maybe pick up a book. Start reading about the topic that you're interested in. You want to be a YouTuber. You want to start YouTubing and talk about how you have 15-inch biceps, but you want 30-inch biceps like Yelena. Go pick up a camera and start practicing how to talk in front of the camera at a time, one step at a time. Okay, think of it like this. With investing, the first $100,000 that you invest in the market is the hardest, because you're not in the habit of saving that the wherewithal, the capital to put towards your retirement, to put towards your investments. Okay, but if you just take out $10 a week per paycheck for the next 4 weeks, and then you set aside, automatic withdrawal, $200 per week from the paycheck into your retirement accounts. Then you turn that 200 into 1,000 or 500, and then you turn that 500 into 1,000. Every week you withdraw that money from your paycheck, put it into your investments. Okay, what you're doing is you're building that habit to start allocating the funds so that you can invest it. Okay, it's the same thing. Once you build that momentum, in other words, that $100,000, once you reach that 100K, or you reach that milestone, in other words, you will start to see tremendous results just start to fumble and just start to more opportunities come into play. Why? Because that's how life works. When you put action towards something, you are consistent with putting action, you're going to get more opportunities in life, because people are going to start to see your action, your effort, whether it's good or bad effort, regardless, good or bad attention it doesn't matter. What matters is, are you doing what you need to do to get the things rolling? Okay, it's like building a snowman, right? Building a big snowball, you have to start by forming the small snowball, the medium snowball, the big snowball, and then next thing you know, the snowball gets so big and it can just start to fumble and roll and start to go different places, right? Versus a small snowball. Next one is stop labeling yourself. It's this, and the doctor says, we're diagnosing you with bipolar or with schizophrenia or with ADHD or with type A personality or 30-inch bicep disorder. Okay, whatever they label you as. When you start to label yourself, you put yourself in a box. Okay, and then with the way things are growing in today's world, is it's very important to be multidimensional. Okay, so for me, I'll give you a personal example. This channel, I'm interested in a variety of things. I'm interested in fashion. I'm interested in, bodybuilding and powerlifting. I also do dance. I did gymnastics. I did jujitsu. I do a variety of stuff, and I talk about mindset. I talk about, nutrition. They're all kind of interrelated, but they're all different. Today's day and age, you have to be multidimensional. Okay, you can be the software engineer that also talks about cats. You can be the doctor that also talks about cars. Okay, that's kind of the way the world is going now. Nowadays, it's how you're going to market yourself for new job opportunities or new career opportunities. Can you learn new skills really fast? These are all very valuable assets to have for your future. And the problem with labeling yourself and putting yourself in a box is you are restricting your potential. You have talents that you probably haven't discovered yet because you didn't try enough things. And it's okay to have interest in different things, like being a football star but also being a star in theater. Two completely different things, but it actually has a lot more in common than you might think. And it's okay to be that way because that's how you were created. I met a guy that was like that. He was really good football, really good like muscle dude, but he was also really into theater. He was also really into the arts and singing and dancing. Two really different worlds, but that's what made him him. But had he just labeled himself and just labeled himself as a football star, he wouldn't have been able to discover the fact that he's also really great in the arts and performing arts. Also similar to me, I'm really into heavy lifting and a very masculine thing, so to speak. But I'm also, I really like girly stuff. I really like to dress nice. I really value, staying female, feminine as possible, and into what I define as feminine, and taking care of my looks and what have you, because that's what I like. But I'm also really into like quote unquote masculine things like heavy lifting. But that's what makes me me. And I can show that you can also be, a girl and feminine and still do these masculine things. So very important, I think. Don't label yourself. You go to the doctor, they say you have bipolar, they say you have schizophrenia, they say you have ADHD, whatever, because these are the most common things that people are diagnosed with. It's not to say to not acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. I'm just saying to be cautious of really taking on that identity. Okay, you are more than that, and I strongly believe in the power of your mind and how you can manipulate your mind, so to speak, or change your mindset to not let these things define you. It doesn't have to define you, and it doesn't have to rule your life. Okay, maybe you had ADHD, you have trouble focusing, ADHD, whatever. Okay, now you just know you just need to focus on one thing at a time. Focus, just take it day at a day, or task by task, or find a system that works for you. In other words, you're more suggestible to be pulled in different directions. Then maybe you need to explore, how do you operate? How do you work? How can you establish a system so that you can stick to what you say you're going to do and not be pulled in different directions? I think a lot of people, they let that define them. They let that dictate how they will be for the rest of their life, when it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to take these labels that people give you. Okay, you can define and create how you want to be created and how you want to design your life, because it's your life and no one can take that away from you. If you let other people label you and define you, you're just giving up your power. Okay, so if you want to enhance your look, you want to get like your hair done, you want to change your hair, you want to get a boob job, you want to get butt implants, you want to get huge biceps and take some enhancements, you want to get Botox or whatever, you want to enhance your brain, through biohacking. Okay, it's your life, it's what you want. As long as you are responsible and you're cautious and you're educated on what it is that you're doing and you're not harming people along the way, it's ultimately always your decision. I strongly believe in that. Just try to not label yourself and put yourself in these boxes, and stick to that. Okay, there's just so much potential that you have in your life that you probably haven't discovered yet, and it just takes one decision to make that into that new direction so that you can realize your full potential. My last one that I didn't write up here is, there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with your 30-inch bicep. Wrong with you. You are just perfect just the way you are. You are enough just the way you are. If that found you well, I hope that it did. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the best YouTube channel ever. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm going to come through this camera and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel.